Okay, this video is, does your quadrajet lean out on the top end? Because somebody had to make this video. Okay, I had an older person that was one of my mentors when I was learning about cars and everything, and I always liked quadrajets. They just seemed to always turn me on. Them big old secondaries and the fuel efficient primaries, you do a little bit of work in there, you can get them to flow superb even without the work. But basically you can get a couple more CFM out of them if you take care of a couple things. And he told me, because I was thinking about going blow through turbo possibly, he goes, well, you got to be careful because quadrajets will lean out on the top end. And at one time I changed to larger heads, and I'm going down the freeway. I got tall gears and I go 100 and whatever I want to, and all of a sudden the car falls flat on its nose. I'm thinking it's got to be something electrical, just because it's I'm thinking it's at some certain point something's moving and I'm losing electrical contact or something. But it would come back to power after it letting off the gas, slowing down a little bit, basically, because the carburetor would catch back up with it. Because that's what it was. It was a carburetor, and I'm going to show you what to do if you're going to be doing blow through, or if you're going to be just hauling butt and all of a sudden it falls on its face because you're using up too much fuel. Point where you're using up too much fuel is right maybe it's easier to see it because there's less junk on this side. No comments about the terrible cleanliness of this carburetor or anything, because it's just an older quadrajet. I got a ton of these things sitting around. Let me get this over in the light here. Okay, there it is. There is a little hole right. Let me find it on the viewer here. Right down. Oh, the light's still not good. Okay, let's try it this direction. There we go. I can see it there. Just gotta find it in the viewfinder. Right there. Okay. It's the same thing on both sides. There's one over here too. And I'll show you where they're at on the carburetor. Back up here a little bit. It's right down in here. Okay. There's a little hole that fills up these secondary reservoirs right here and here. That the tubes on the air horn, these ones, there's only 3 of them on this one because this is just a parts carburetor. Okay, these go down into there, and a lot of secondary fuel is taken from there, as well as, you know, down there in the jets. So you got to make sure your jets here are good or proper, or your metering rods. And if you're going to be using a lot of secondary, I think it was Cobra that ran a quadrajet, and they actually put 3 holes down at the bottom of the tube here to help bring fuel up to the top, and it comes out right up there. See that little hole right there? It's mostly just to get the fuel going, to keep it from bogging, but if you're not going full throttle, like if you have tall gears and it doesn't take full throttle to go 100 and whatever you want, then you're going to be pulling from there. And so you need to make sure that you've got enough flow by drilling extra holes, or by maybe enlarging them a little bit. I don't know if they've got any kits to make the whole thing larger, but you can drill them out. And these holes here, you basically make them big enough until you quit running out of fuel in these two sections here. That cures one of the possible reasons why you might be running out of fuel on the top end. It cured my problem. Now, if you're going blow through, quadrajets are awesome for that because they got solid floats. That's always a good thing. There's, let me take this back off here. You've got, and then under any boost situation, the vacuum that pulls down your metering rods here for the front primaries, that comes out here, okay? And depending on your quadrajet, they're all a little bit different, or there's quite a few different ones, let's just say that. You need to block off the vacuum that gets pulled from the manifold here through that, and you need to make another vacuum source by drilling a hole in the front here or wherever you have to on your particular quadrajet, because you're going to be pulling that down if you've got this sitting on top of a power adder where you're either pulling through on a turbo or on a blower, whatever you got going. You're going to be pulling vacuum there when you're under boost, and you're going to lean it out that way. So you take care of that. You run it off of a boost source where you got the vacuum, and it like a check ball situation, so that you can not be seeing vacuum being pulled from there when you're under boost. When you're under boost, it'll cut that source off. Most all turbos and such have that. Now on blow through, what you want to do is, since you have such a heavy source of pressure here, what you want to do is you want to stop the boost from pushing gas out your linkage here. Okay, so this is what you do. They had a kit back in the day for a Pontiac that had this upgrade on the quadrajet. You get yourself and you grind, chew, whatever you got to do, make yourself a gutter in here that goes from your linkage sources through here and here, up around again. This is going to be different on different quadrajets. Just say you go all the way around here, and you go across that, and you go across this, okay? You drill yourself a hole that goes down into your linkage here, your butterfly linkage, straight down. So you got a boost coming from, you also have to drill another hole. Find whatever's convenient on your quadrajet. Let's say on this one you have a tube that you create coming out right off there. Okay, you put boost here. Alright, once you put boost there, then the boost will add pressure to this gutter that you make here, and you will blow boosted air in and out of your linkage area here. Okay, that keeps basically an air dam right here that's going to keep your gas in and you have pressure, it's going to blow air. It's just straight air out that way. It's not going to blow gas like you would if you didn't have that. You could blow gas from here right on out. So if you add a boost signal to here, then when you're under boost, I'll just say it again, you're going to be blowing air out here and out here and here and here. And it's just so basically so you don't blow gas from here out to here, from here out to here. Okay? But first things first, even if you're not under boost, those holes that are right down in there, that fill up these points here, and make sure you got the right rod going down into your secondary metering rods and the right hanger. You'll stop that problem of leaning out on the top end. Okay? You guys have a great day. Bye.